with his New Mexico hoodie on, sitting down with his. Oh, we do have breaking news. Yes, we do. Just in time for Kenny to come on. You got the stinger? Play the stinger.
You signed me.
We have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
Sacramento Kings General Manager Monte McNair has been named Executive of the Year. Oh, I was really hoping that would happen. That's such good news. Congratulations to Monty, Wes Wilcox, everybody associated with that front office, and of course the players, the coaching staff. It truly is a team award. Kenny,
NBC Sports California team. You can thank us too. Appreciate
you guys did a wonderful job. Monty would not be there today if it wasn't for your guys' hard-hitting analysis. But honest to God, great timing because as you sit down, we start the interview there. So we have the unanimous coach of the year. We don't know what the executive of the year voting was. I'm going to guess it wasn't unanimous, but still, he wins it. And then we got a couple of all-stars, a couple of top 10, top 11 MVP votes with Fox and Sabonis. What a year, Kenny.
Man, it was a great year. It was actually my bad. Good morning, my guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It was nice because we actually had Monty up like during the playoffs. It was one of the home games. I forget which one it was, but we were talking about him getting executive of the year. And obviously the nice guy that he is, he said it was a team effort, right? It's everybody in the organization, even starting with the owner. And I just love the fact that he's open to evolving, and he took a chance this year. Last year, actually, by trading Tyrese for Sabonis, and everybody thought he was kind of nuts to a certain extent. But I think it came out good for the Kings, especially getting a guy in Sabonis. And look at the season that they had, man. It was an amazing year this year.
Yeah, I even think back, Kenny, to Monty's run just this year specifically. Remember, it was, Dave, what was it, December or January when he finally got extended? Like, he was still in the final year of this. And Kenny, it turned out for Monty, and I'm sure he probably shared some of that with you guys, just for him to have, and this team to have really a dream year. I know it didn't go as far as they wanted at the end, but from the beginning to where they got to, it had to probably even surprise you, right?
I think it surprised everybody, right? Because it kind of came out of nowhere. And I think there was a lot of pieces that came into play with it. And it wasn't just Mike Brown. It wasn't just Monty. The players have to buy in, and people don't realize that. Coming with the new coach coming in, you have to buy into the philosophy. You have to be willing to sacrifice, like a guy like Lynn, like a guy like Holmes. And for a minute there were some other guys that weren't playing, like TD. And then TD came out and had a great game in one of the games towards the end. And it starts with everybody, man.
It does. And when you look at it's funny when you talk about executive of the year, Kenny, because I think 4 years from now, we're going to look back on what happened specifically this year, and it's going to be like Danny Ainge was the executive of the year. You know, it's a lot of what these execs have done in months and years past, and I like the way they did this with Monty because this year it's been adding the coach of the year. It's been drafting Keegan Murray, signing Malik Monk, trading for Kevin Huerter, and that in itself is enough. But as you mentioned earlier, having the cojones to trade Tyrese Halliburton for Domantas Sabonis. It's one of the ballsiest moves I've seen in the NBA in a while.
Huge, because for a minute there, De'Aaron Fox was even in there. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't make that transaction happen. But it turned out good. The fact that De'Aaron Fox is that guy that not only is he a clutch player, but he's somebody that needs to be reckoned with, right? From the standpoint of this guy's amazing, especially in the open court with his speed, right? And the fact that how he's gotten to the point to where it's kind of amazing how he's left-handed, and then that throws people off because you're used to guarding right-handed guys to a certain extent. It's like a Lamar Odom, right? I had to guard him, and then I had to be very mindful of him being left-handed. But the way De'Aaron Fox attacks the paint, man, it's unreal. And that mid-range or that 8-footer that he has, it's unbelievable. And he's developed that so well. And I can't wait to see the pieces that are going to be added, especially with like HB, like what's going to happen there. And then you got Trey Lyles. I really hope they sign Trey Lyles back because I feel like he's like a big cornerstone to their future. So
Yeah,
just my thoughts.
Yeah, well, can I get your opinion on that on Harrison? Because I think you can make plenty of arguments to bring him back. I don't think there's reasons to push him out. It would be if you feel you upgrade. That's tough. You know, Monty's now executive of the year. Those are tough decisions he has to make. Just your opinion. What would you do with Harrison Barnes?
Well, Harrison is a big piece. Harrison, I think he had a great career, and he does have that experience to where if the Kings, when the Kings get back to the playoffs next year, he's going to be a big piece of that. And I think this was a learning experience for all of them. But when it comes to HB, man, he makes a lot of money, right? And it's going to come down to, are you going to pay him the same? Is HB going to want more? Is he willing to take a pay cut? Is he willing to, if Monty brings in another guy that's younger that could possibly pop into his position, is he willing to do that? Or even one of the guys that's on the team right now stepping into that starting role. It's one of those things. It just depends on, it's going to come down to Monty and what they're thinking, right? But you got to keep in mind, HB's what, 32, 33?
Yeah.
There comes a time, man, trust me, I know, to where you don't want to hear this, but it's coming to an end at some point, and you got to be mindful of that. And then your role might change to where you're being that OG or that old head for the younger guys. That's just my opinion.
Kenny Thomas with us. By the way, Monte McNair was 16 first place votes, 98 overall. Kobe Altman of Cleveland was second, 7 first place votes, 63 overall. So Monty won it by a pretty decent margin, and the two of them were significantly ahead of third. We always say Danny Ainge, Justin Zanuck's GM, but let's, we know who's calling a lot of the shots there. Zanuck was in third, 20 points total. So it was really McNair running away with it, followed by Kobe Altman, and then everybody else. A little surprising here, Rob Pelinka, one second place, one third place vote, for a total of 4 down the list. I honestly thought with the market, Kenny, with the moves that he did make, and I've been really hard on Rob Pelinka in the past, but this Laker team right now, you see him yesterday against the Warriors. This is not the Laker team they started the year out with, not by a long shot. And you have to tip your cap to him a little bit for making those moves.
You talking about the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm talking about Pelinka.
The Lakers totally upgraded with getting D'Angelo Russell. He's a guy that's always been aggressive, and he started out, at one point he played with the Lakers, and then he left, right? And obviously LeBron James saw something in him to like bring him back, even though Rob is a GM. We all know who's calling the shots over there, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Lakers and seeing that game last night, it's like, come on, man. Like the Kings are supposed to be right there. And here the Warriors are playing the Lakers and just had a battle with the Kings. And it's like, okay, we all thought that the Warriors are going to come out and play better and take game 1. I know I did, especially how they just played against the Kings in game 7. And when it comes to Monty, man, running away with that is kind of a no-brainer, especially when you have 4 starters that were in the All-Star game. And then you bring in the most amazing head coach ever, the guy that I've known since I was like 19, 20 years old. And you're just an amazing person, man. And I'm excited for the coaching staff with the Sacramento Kings. It got a nice little staff, but Doug Christie's there. And as you know, Jordy, what's the Coach Brown's
Jordy Fernandez.
Yeah, it's Jordy. You know, there's opportunities there for him to possibly leave and go. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Kenny, Coach Brown, we played a bunch of his clips and even some of the players from yesterday and the kind of their exit meetings. Coach Brown talked about what they've done has been a huge leap, but that next leap isn't as large, but it's more difficult. How about that part of getting better where they already are? They've really done a lot of the hard work, but that next level jump is a considerable jump. How do you think the Kings do that?
I think where he's coming from, it's like, hey, you guys made it to the playoffs this year, and you guys got to get back there. It can't come off like it's a fluke the next year. You were a 3 seed. They can't be a play-in team. They have to be a playoff team to where that's going to help them get over that adversity. That's going to allow them to be able to grow and know that they can do it, right? And then it's going to transform into possibly winning a championship, which has always been that goal that Mike Brown's always talked about. Like everybody's like all happy that they made the playoffs. But I'll never forget, I won't forget this. And he said that our season starts after All-Star weekend. And we have to capitalize on this and let people know that we're right here. And I feel like it's going to take a lot of hard work because they got to get better on defense in a lot of different areas. And I think that's what's going to be able to help them get over that hump.
The hard hatter himself. Now you got summer coming up, Kenny. We got to get out on the golf course. I know we keep talking about that, but now we can, except not when it's like 105. I can't do that. But thank you.
Me and Kyle went out yesterday. We played Hagen Oaks.
Yeah,
how'd it go?
Last minute. Yeah, it was okay. We kind of both played bad, but I mean, we had fun. There was a lot of balls we got to hit pretty good. So, man, the hard hat is going in the closet
For a few months.
Yeah, I would love to still be able to keep coming on with you guys during the playoffs if you want me to.
No, sorry.
Oh, you suck, Dave. I didn't contact you for a reason. I contact Jason, okay, Dave?
I just want to see if you're listening. Kenny,
are you kidding me?
Of course, we love you, and I'll let Jay and Jason work all that out. But honestly, seriously, thank you for coming on all year. Thank you. You're the best promoter I know. You're the Ringling Brothers or whatever of promoting radio appearances. I always see you working hard and hustling on the Instagram and all that. We appreciate all your insight this year.
Yeah, of course. You guys let me know, and then if not, for sure next year. I'm down.
Yep, you got it, my man. Take care, Kenny. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, cool. I'll talk to you guys. Appreciate you both. And the guy in the back. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, guy in the back. Oh, that's fantastic. That's going to stick around for a while.
Yeah, it will. Let's keep up.
All right, we'll take a break.
Hold on, we have breaking news.
Uh-oh. What?
Kenny will not be coming back for the remainder of the playoffs.
It's like good vibrations.
Shut up, Jason.
Oh, that's fantastic. When we come back, we've got a couple of things. Joel Embiid wins the MVP. We'll get some input from the guy in the back.
And Monte.
And Monte McNair will break that down. Also, Dylan Brooks. There are odds out as to where he's going to sign next.